Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. Man, I got like 50 topics to talk about, so I'll be quick about all of them. Milestone at the homestead. This is a first for me. I have a working tractor. I'm not going to talk much about it, but this will help me get things done. I've used it for a few days around here. It would be considered, I guess, a compactor. It's a 2520 John Deere. Has a bucket on it. I got a scrape blade. I got a post hole digger, and I got a rake. I still need a bush hog and maybe a set of forks. This is helping me get things done on the property, which I need to because my property is a mess. There's so many projects unfinished. It's driving me crazy. So I know it's driving my wife crazy. So this is perfect for my little 3.5 acre piece here. It will work on our bigger piece where we're doing our school. I'll eventually need a much bigger tractor, but for now this is ideal for this. Actually, if this is all I had, maybe the next size down would work even better for me, so I could get into tight spaces. But this is working excellent. Learning how to drive it, it's very simple. Within a few hours, no issues. So much is getting done quicker with this, but my place is a mess. I'm telling you, it's frustrating. So people say, what's your typical day? Oh, I don't have a typical day, but today what I'm going to be doing is I have a pile of debris here from a tree, actually 2 trees, but it's almost gone. Some I hauled away to a buddy's ravine. I'm burning that. I'm going through the woods and grabbing whatever's dead. Just because about a year ago we had the huge fire, and I could see fire from my house. I could, well, you know, if you've kept up with me, I had hot ash and embers falling on my property all over, and I had a wonderful group of friends come together and put some fire protection here. But I have a million things to do. I'm not discouraged. I'm just, I guess I'm motivated. So many things to do. So I know, you know, if you're going to work 8 hours a day, you're tired when you get home, do something, just little. It could be a 15-minute task to put you further in your homesteading or your prepper goals, but do something. Today my goal is to clean this mess up, take all the leaves and put them over the bank there. I have a couple of the totes down here, but up there by the other building there's 6 totes, 5 totes, and I'm going to remove all those totes, bring them down the hill and up, and I'm going to place all the totes here. So this is going to be my water point. Reason is for a few reasons. The totes are too close to the building. I can't get the tractor around. Secondly, if that building goes up, the heat from that building, my totes will be no good for me. I will eventually have to move far enough away. So with the totes over here, I'll just run lines to the buildings, and this will be the central fire point. I will have a 1,600 gallon tank still inside the building, and then I have another tote on the back side of the chicken coop and a couple 55 gallon barrels. So I do have water elsewhere, and that's more for watering, but my main fire point's going to be here. Also trying to figure out what to do with my fuel. Those are empty. You might say, Dave, you have fuel cans right next to your fire. Yeah, those are totally empty and just sitting there, so it's totally safe. But I have a bunch of fuel cans. I'm going to move over here in this area next to the water. Don't know what I'm going to be doing. I need to make a little tiny covering over all my cans. Tarps are no good anymore. So that's what I'm doing, but I have so much to do. So don't get discouraged if you aren't accomplishing your goals or your dreams. And remember, your dreams are your dreams, so don't compare your dreams to somebody else. If you do, your dream's going to turn into a nightmare because you'll be like, oh man, I don't have what that guy has. I don't have what that girl has. Don't worry about that. Your dreams, your goals are yours. Your family's goals. So worry about accomplishing them, and don't worry about anybody else's. If you only got 1 acre, make that the best acre possible for homesteading, for prepping, for whatever your goals are. And everyone has different goals, so don't look at my goals and say, oh man, I'm not doing what I need to do. Look at your goals. Look at your dreams. So this is a typical day. I actually went to breakfast. It's a Thursday. The last minute thing, a buddy met me for breakfast. just because I could work it in. Then I came home and I started working. About lunchtime, 12 o'clock, 12:30, I'll stop, grab a quick lunch, and then get back to it. I got some running around to do, so I don't like that, and I hate having to leave, but I got some things I got to do. I got to get this place cleaned up. To me, it's the time of the year when the gardens don't look good, and there's no really flowers blooming, so I got to get things cleaned up. It's driving me crazy. Plus, I'm thinking fire. The cleaner my property is, the more organized I am, the quicker I could respond to an emergency, be it another brush fire, a woods fire, be it a medical emergency where I have to find something because my neighbor falls off the roof and I need to grab something. Do I know where item A is or item B is? Can I grab it within seconds and go help him or help my family? So that's why I'm a big thing on organization. Fire department, we're organized. Every compartment on that truck, you know where a piece of equipment is, so it's just open and grab. Same thing on an ambulance. Everything's where it's supposed to be. And that's where we need to be as preppers. I harp on this a lot because I see a lot of disorganized preppers. And I am disorganized. My shop is a disaster right now. I've been doing some projects and I just laid the tools on the floor because I'm going to need them probably tomorrow or the next day. But I'm preaching to myself too. I want to address the issue of the NFL and the flag and the national anthem. I am not watching the NFL, and I wasn't a huge fan. I'm not watching it all. I've probably watched maybe 3 to 4 minutes of football this whole year. And that's because I was flipping channels or doing something like that, and I stopped just to check the score. Those guys want to stand for something. You can stand for something, but while you're standing for something, you don't step on somebody else's toes. It doesn't accomplish anything. So yeah, as a service member, as a proud American, if you want a voice, and you say you don't have a voice, oh my gosh, you're millionaires. You play a little kid's game carrying a ball around a grass field. So you have a voice. So I challenge you, don't watch the NFL. The majority of them protesting right now are not on our side. If you want to bring change and have a conversation about social injustices, you can do that, but you'll have a little bit more friends and support if you don't trample on the flag or the national anthem. Yeah, you got the right to kneel, do whatever you want, but I also have the right never to support you guys again, and that's my philosophy right now. Never, never, never again. So if you're a conservative, if you love your country, love your flag, love your national anthem, don't you dare turn the TV on and watch the game. And for sure, don't take your well-earned money and go to a game. Don't waste your money. If you're going to do anything, save that money and take your kids shooting, take your kids fishing, go to the park. Do something other than sit there for hours and watch a bunch of grown men carry a ball around a field. Does not make sense to me why they're doing this. They have the biggest platform, not during the national anthem, but as professional multi-millionaires to have their voice heard. But they want to step on other people to get the attention, and that's the service members, especially people that have given their lives. You don't need to do it during that time. Now you're in a pickle. The NFL doesn't want to, say you have to, but it's sort of weird. If I worked for a company and they said you're going to stand during the national anthem, or you're going to do this and this and that, you work for them, you're going to do it. And if you don't, you can quit. So for them, the little wimpy NFL, the little wimpy owners, because they don't want to offend these players, because that's their livelihood, and it boils down to money, they're not going to say, hey, you stand. You got just a few hours to play football, and you only got about 30 seconds to stand for the national anthem. And then you have most of your day free to do whatever you want in protesting or bring social awareness to problems. But by doing what you do, you're not going to bring anything positive to the cause. People are just going to become resentful, and they're not going to listen to you because you don't have the decency to respect the national anthem or the flag. There's a lot of countries in this world that have a lot worse than us. Take Africa as a whole. There's not many places in Africa I want to go to You know, I might want to go to a few safaris and see some of the wildlife, but as a whole, there's not many places in Africa I want to go. You know, America's not that bad. There's not a lot of places in the Middle East I would like to go. There's not a lot of places in Europe now because they've been taken over by a culture that hates me. But America, we're awesome. So yeah, we got problems. You guys are doing it all wrong. Protest a different way. But you've lost me. You've lost me forever. Because I know the majority of you are standing against what I love. So man, I'm gonna stop ranting and just continue talking about what I do on an average day. This is an average day. It's working around here. I do work where I have to go to work and actually make money. I do that. So I fit it in my schedule, but it's very flexible. So I can you know, pretty much determine when I want to go to work. And that's a nice thing. So I have a huge advantage over a lot of people. So I'm going to see what I can get done today. I want to get some totes down there hooked up. I want to get the rest of that pile burned. I want to clean up a little bit more in the woods. I want to rake all these leaves out of here for fire protection. Maybe move some more full gas cans over in this area. So let's see what I can get done. Thanks for watching.